Welcome back, everyone, to our 2-minute drill. I'm your host, Gianna Forbis, here with Pack Pride editor Cory Smith. Cory, we got to talk about men's basketball. They've had a little bit of a break over the last week after 2 losses in a row, both to Pitt and to Wake Forest. Now they have a long stretch coming up before March. What do you need to see from them, and how important are these games that are coming up in the next few weeks?
Yeah, there's only 7 games left, and those last 4 games are going to be critical for NC State. You go on the road to Florida State, on the road to UNC, at home against Duke for senior night in Pittsburgh. But before you even get there, these next 3 games, while they might not seem as important, they need to win all 3 of these in order to be able to put themselves back in any sort of mix to try to make the NCAA tournament, which I know a lot of NC State fans are probably going to roll their eyes at me even mentioning that as a possibility, but there is still a chance. You have Clemson on the road, a quad one opportunity. Clemson is a team that's had NC State's number. It went 3-0 against them, including the ACC tournament last year, which ended NC State's postseason before getting to the NCAA tournament. And then, you come home against Syracuse, a team that they lost to earlier in the season. They've lost several straight to Syracuse as well. And then Boston College, a team that they had to go on the road and win a game in overtime there. It's not as good of a team, but you look at these next 2 teams and even these next 3 out of these next 4 teams, they're all teams that are right there in the same mix with each other. So NC State's at 7-6, Clemson's at 7-6, Syracuse at 7-7, Florida State's at 7-6. Like, all of these games are going to be hugely important, not only to make it the NCAA tournament, or trying to at least, but also seeding in the ACC tournament. You want to at least get some sort of a bye, potentially get a double bye if you can move back up into the top 4 of the rankings. But that's why these next 3 games for NC State, you need to win all 3 of them. At the very least, you need to beat Clemson and one of the other 2 teams to be able to get yourself back in that mix. Because right now, there's no quad one wins. Losses for Virginia, losses for Wake Forest, both push them well outside of the top 30. So those you can't depend on anymore as home wins or quad one wins potentially. So NC State needs to take care of business in Clemson and then win the next 2 games at home before going back out on the road.